everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to make a resin stained glass project using a cross stitch hoop as a frame and a 12-inch plexiglass round as our glass substitute. We're going to be using white as our lines instead of black. It makes a nice contrast. And today's subject is cherry blossoms and butterflies. I'm using Sculpy Primo oven baked clay in white. I start by prepping the clay and putting it into my clay extruder to make the white flexible lines that we're going to use in our design. If you want to know more details how to do this, I'll put a link to one of my longer videos that gives much more detail for you to look at. Then I go ahead and peel off the covering for this 12-inch round plexiglass, put it into the cross-stitch frame, which is really nice because it's got an adjustable screw on the top so that you can snug it up really nice onto that piece of plexiglass. And then I go ahead and I start by putting clear glue right around the edges. This will start to put our frame and our plexiglass in a solid state so it'll stay in. And then I just go ahead and start putting the polymer clay in. One of the things that I do in this is add an extra line of clay at the top just in case. I don't expect to have an overflow, but I'd rather have an extra line in there as a protector just in case. And you can choose whether or not you want to do that because we don't want to cover up the white. And that's not the purpose of this particular video. I'm going to start putting some music in and doing this in fast forward. If there's any details that I'd like for you to know, I'll just put a little bit of text in there at the time. If you got any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment and I'll try to answer those questions. Or you can watch some of my other videos. Again, the one I'll leave a link to at the end will give you a very detailed account of how I do all this.